Anyone know or remember how many people Breivik killed that day? 77. Most of them teenagers. And if you look at the size of the population, it would be as if 5,400 people died in the US. How can this happen in my home country, a peaceful place like Norway, with its Nobel Peace Prize and 2.6% unemployment rate? This small nation of barely 5 million people, the second highest GDP per capita in the world. These lone wolves are so similar, it doesn't matter if they live in Norway, in the United States, or anywhere else. Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, another lone wolf killer, and his war on technology was founded on the same rage as Breivik's and McVeigh's rage against their respective governments. Because most of these killers don't have any interactions with the police until after they've struck, there's very little law enforcement can do. So identifying a mass killer in the making must be brought down to a community level, to you and me. There are always warning signs. Sometimes they're subtle, sometimes they're more like bright red flags. Let's take a closer look at Breivik's case. Breivik was flagged for stockpiling fertilizer, a common bomb-making ingredient, but nothing was done. Had law enforcement looked into his case, they would have found a suspicious behavioral pattern, if they knew what to look for, and Breivik would have been revealed as a threat. But what about his neighbors around his pseudo-farm that he had set up to be able to order all that fertilizer and other chemicals to build his bomb? They saw a city slicker with no experience in farming, who didn't even pretend to be farming, and who covered up all the windows to his house. They all thought it was suspicious, yet they did nothing. Looking back at the cases of notable lone wolf killers, including Ted Kaczynski and Timothy McVeigh, they all share a set of similar characteristics. And these are the warning signs. Attachment issues from early childhood. These are the kids who don't really play or interact with the other children. Because of these attachment issues, they can connect or have meaningful relationships as adults. As you may know, the dandelion is a resilient flower. It can grow almost anywhere, even in a crack by a polluted road. Orchids, on the other hand, are beautiful and sophisticated, but extremely fragile flowers. They need very specific care. According to Swedish folk wisdom, most children are like dandelions and grow despite other circumstances, no matter how harsh. Orchid children, as opposed to dandelion children, are highly sensitive to their environments, especially to the quality of the parenting they receive. All the lone wolves I studied were orchid children. Children with potential for greatness or great destruction. Most often, lone wolves go ignored until their headline-making violence. Nobody bothered to investigate Breivik's stockpiling weapons and bomb-making ingredients. Nobody reported his retreat to the isolated, violent world of the computer games he played. No one paid attention to his ranting or to his failed attempts to participate in extreme political groups. And as is the case with all of these lone wolf killers, nobody in their lives feels that they matter enough to be dangerous. Spreading the knowledge about these warning signs and being more aware of our surroundings and the people in it is not only possible, it's vitally necessary. The lone wolf is one of us. He's your classmate, friend, neighbor, brother,